For our fourth program in our Back to School series, we headed up the mountain to Winhal, where we met up with the principal of the Mountain School at Winhal, Margaret Schlacter. The Mountain School came into being in 1998, when the residents of Winhal voted to close the existing public elementary school and transition it into an independent school. More than 25 years later, that school now serves students from Winhal and Stratton, along with those from other surrounding communities. It offers instruction from kindergarten through 6th grade, with a current enrollment of about 50 students. Margaret Schlacter is starting her second year as the principal of the Mountain School.
We've got a few things that really this year is a carryover of some new initiatives that we started last year. One of those being that in the last few years, our board continued to deepen our commitment to the outdoors and nature and reworking our mission statement to include nature into our mission of building an an educational foundation of confidence and curiosity and kindness for oneself, community, and nature. And so that is a fundamental piece of who we are, what we are at the Mountain School at Winhal, including our programming, our academic programming, then reflects that, and we use the lens of Vermont as our classroom in a lot of what we do here. So we have had an outdoor education program for almost a decade at this school, starting out with some forest afternoons, Forest Fridays it was called. Now we've moved into, in the last few years, having OWLS program, it's called. So it's Outdoor Wilderness Learning Survival, and Jamie Maloof, our educator, is working with us again. We've continued to expand that this year. So on Fridays, our kids are outside for a large portion of the day, and they're weaving in that outdoors and nature into interdisciplinary projects, whether that be our Trout in the Classroom initiative through science projects and our STEAM program with a capital A, as my teacher likes to say, Brittany Denny, with a heavy focus on the arts, but bringing our STEAM, bringing nature into that. Our 4-season greenhouse on campus, we've continued to grow literally and figuratively as we are going into our first full year with the greenhouse in operation. And then as well, deepening our commitment with the community, being with our twice a year long trail cleanup day, where our 4th through 6th graders go out on the long trail for the day and help learn about trail maintenance, erosion, and being a steward of the land in our area here, as well as that community piece with students going to the Winhal Community Arts Center and helping with the food pantry over there, and other community partnerships throughout the year in our daily in-school program, as well as we've really built up a robust after-school program this year. So right now we are opening the doors this year as a kindergarten through 6th grade school. It was a big move. Our board last year decided to consolidate our focus to kindergarten through 6th grade. So we are focusing in on that, and we have 52 students as of hopefully when we start on Wednesday here, we'll have 52 students at the school, and we do have rolling admissions. So we've been known to pick up a few students throughout the school year, and we do have some space for kids. At times the school had pre-K, and at times the school had up through 8th grade. So really we've haven't had pre-K for a few years now, for about 4 or 5 years now. But we have, so we've been kindergarten through 8th grade, and the board decided that we are kindergarten through 6th grade now moving forward. And we're really able to focus in on that age group and really build out a really strong academic and social emotional program for those kids as they end through the end of elementary into the very beginning of that middle school age. And then they go off to one of our amazing other schools in this area and continue their education as lifelong learners.
So have you seen or have you discussed with your faculty here any concerns about, lingering COVID issues, like, students who may be, sort of achieving undergrade level than what they should have been or might have been had they been in school prior to the pandemic, or any behavioral issues that you are just watching closely?
It's a great question when we think about what are the after effects of COVID as we look at our young students today. Our youngest learners, a lot of them were they were very, very young. So it's interesting seeing our youngest kids come in, but we do see, just like everyone else sees nationally, there is a bit of a lag in the literacy. But that being said, we work a lot with the students to meet them where they're at. And because we have an intentionally small school with small classes, we're able to really meet the needs of every single one of our students, and then differentiate in our approach to their own unique learning style.
And you are a cell phone free school and have been for a while, I gather.
We are a cell phone free school, so we don't really see cell phones throughout the day. It's been a big push that most of our kids have dropped off by their families. If they do have a cell phone and it's in the backpack and we never see it, we direct all of our families to call the office in case of an emergency. And we really don't see cell phones. Our kids all go out and have lunch together out in our pavilion in the fall, and then they all have recess together, and you walk around the hallways and walk around the school, and that's just something we don't have here, which allows the kids to really build bonds with each other and build those connections. We're engaged in community, and that we're engaged with each other. And I think being that we're with the youngest learners, it's a little bit easier than some of our counterparts at the high school level. But it's just kind of been who we are. I mean, we take our kids outdoors. We take them our sixth graders go on 2 different trips every year. They go to Kuwaitan to take part in the Keek program every fall. And then we introduced last year a 3-day backpacking trip at the end of the school year up at Merck Forest to give the kids a whole kind of off-grid experience. And it just feeds into that Vermont's our classroom, our commitment to nature, and community, and really that hands-on learning.
What do you think is the key or the big value in emphasizing outdoor learning or getting kids outside?
Really, kids should have that opportunity to be outside, to be kids, to learn how to play. So much of our lives when we get onto screens, we all probably spend a little too much time on screens, adults included, that it's a great opportunity to be in the moment, to build those real connections with one another. And there's numerous studies that show kids getting outside, playing boosts creativity. It can diminish chances of depression and things like that. Just being out in nature can help socially, emotionally. And then looking at Vermont is an incredible place to live, and especially Southern Vermont. We're in an incredible area with so much richness in nature and diversity, and to not incorporate that into what we do would be really doing our kids a disservice. And at the end of the day, these are elementary school kids. So they should be able to have a childhood, and they should be able to be kids, and they should be able to be out playing and learning by getting their hands in the dirt and getting them out there. And I'll tell you what, our kids all, by the time they get to be in 6th grade, they know how to make a friction fire. They bring in dandelion fritters that they've made in their owls class, and they come into my office and share it with me, and they just have a deep lifelong love for the outdoors in whatever context that might be for them. Yeah, so we're really, I have to say, our Board of Trustees has done a lot of work in the last few years as we've gone through a reaccreditation through the New England Association of Schools and Colleges. Their board, prior to me arriving at the school, they reworked their mission statement, and then this last year continued their commitment to our school being a school for all students, and a place that all students are seen, heard, and feel a place of belonging. And that's been in our ethos since we started in 1998. And the board adopted an inclusivity statement that is on our website that further cements our commitment to being a school that is welcoming to all students and faculty and families. I'm excited. This is the 2nd year. We tasked our team here with coming up with an acronym, taking all of those pieces and putting it together as to what we could share with the students, and that was PAC. So that's positivity, accountability, community, and kindness. And we're going into our second year of the PAC being part of our everyday. It's something we can ask ourselves in all of our interactions. Is that part of the PAC? Is that our PAC? And we're the Wildcats. I'm not sure they travel in a pack, but we go with it, and it's fun, and we're just really excited just to have this school year. Our STEAM lab it's continuing to grow. We have some 3D printers coming in this year. Our teacher is very into industrial fabrication, so the kids will be building in that classroom. And I'm pointing to it because it's in that direction of our campus. And then deepening our greenhouse program, our time outdoors, and that interdisciplinary learning, whether it be our Trout in the Classroom program or connections to the community. So we're just really we're excited. You're filming us a few days before school starts, so the energy is high, and we are buzzing around here as we're steps away from a new school year.
School opened at the Mountain School on Wednesday, August 28th. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.